The hospital exterior, pre-dawn gray. A small mantis shrimp walks toward the entrance from the far end of the path, unhurried, immaculate, carrying a scanner. The hospital has been preparing for 3 days. She has been waiting longer. She stops at the bottom of the steps. Her left eye tracks to a hairline crack in the stone balustrade. Her right eye goes to the handrail bracket, slightly off angle. The scanner beeps twice before she takes a step. Inside the main corridor, both eyes shoot in opposite directions simultaneously, left to the ceiling, right to the wall. The scanner begins beeping rapidly. The counter ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and accelerates. By the time she takes her first step, it reads 11. 11, before the foyer. Marco Meerkat, hospital administrator, rounds the corner at pace with a color-tabbed clipboard and a prepared welcome speech. Her left eye goes to the ceiling above his head. Her right eye stays on Marco. She scans his clipboard while maintaining, in some sense, eye contact. Your pre-inspection report has 3 violations. A pause. The pre-inspection report? Suboptimal font on page 4. Structural inconsistency in the annex. Binding clip, non-compliant grade. Counter 14. He looks at the binding clip. He follows her, walking. Marco asks about the scanner. More wavelengths, more colors. She stops. First time she has stopped for anything. I have 16 photoreceptor types. You have 3. That is not the relevant difference. Each channel runs simultaneously. By the time you've processed one thing, I've cross-referenced 16. So, you're not seeing more beauty? The scanner beeps at a door hinge. I'm seeing more structural compromise. Counter 23. The inspection continues at a pace Marco does not share. She exits through a door. Counter 31. He writes, looks up, and runs. Counter 38. He's jogging. Counter 44. He's walking. He has accepted his situation. He opens his mouth, almost says something, then stops. He looks at what he almost said. He keeps walking. His clipboard is held flat, not at the ready. Canteen. Gerald giraffe at a corner table. Toast, tablet entirely undisturbed. Iris enters. Left eye immediately to the ventilation unit above the serving counter. Right eye. Gerald. He looks up, sees her left eye is on the ceiling, gives a small nod to her right eye, and goes back to his toast. The canteen has 12 microbiological violations, 3 structural, and a ventilation unit operating at 63% efficiency. The toast is good, though. The scanner beeps at the menu board. Gerald, without looking up. The font's been wrong since 2024. Counter 47 to 59. Marco arrives at the door, sees the counter, makes a note without entering. Corridor. A staff corkboard on the wall. The scanner sweeps across it. Most notices. No beep. One stops her. She unpins it, reads it briefly, categorizes it. Facilities. Outside remit. She drops it in the bin below the board and continues. At the far end of the corridor. Crow. He stops at the bin. He picks up the notice and reads it for approximately 3 seconds. The notice says, water temp elevated in basement pipe circuit. Monitoring. He puts it in his pocket. He walks in the other direction. Nobody reacts. The scene continues as normal. Budget meeting room. In the corner, the photocopier, present in the background since episode 1. A handwritten sign taped to it. Under investigation. Both of Iris's eyes lock on the machine. Then one eye drifts slowly upward. A heat stain on the ceiling directly above it. This machine has 22 individual violations. I need to create a subcategory. She opens the scanner's categorization menu, navigates, creates a new label. She looks at it. First time in my career. Gerald, from the far end of the table where he has apparently been the entire time. We've been meaning to replace it. It would be faster to replace the building and keep the machine. Supply closet. Against the back wall, neatly stacked, 5 identical color-tabbed clipboards, all Marcos, all backups. The scanner beeps 5 times in sequence, 1 per clipboard. She turns around. Whose are these? A long pause from the doorway. Contingency planning. They have the same 3 violations as the original. I made them at the same time. Counter 74. On the shelf above the clipboards, a small labeled holder. Backup pen. The scanner beeps at it. Marco briefly closes his eyes. Nurse's station. Charts in clear stacks. Iris scans. 1 beep. Cable management. Then silence. 3 more charts. Silence. Charts. Compliant. Rhoda nods once and goes back to work. Marco, visible behind Iris, makes a note with visible relief. The scanner beeps at a plug behind the station desk. Kettle. Personal use. Rhoda, without looking up. That's been there since 2021. I know. The note is made regardless. Theater 2 corridor. The door frame. Wide, double height, built to precise specification for the hospital's primary operating surgeon. Iris runs her scanner across it, all 4 sides. A long pause. The scanner does not beep. She produces a small green sticker from her jacket and places it on the left side of the frame, at her height, lower than anyone else would put it. She smooths it carefully. Theater 2 door frame. Compliant. She walks on. The sticker stays. It is slightly crooked. Gerald passes the doorframe 45 seconds later, heading to his rounds. 1 beat. He glances at the sticker. He keeps walking without breaking stride. Records room. Penny Penguin at her desk, working through a patient file. Iris enters without preamble, opens the first file, scanner up. No beep. Second file. Silence. She moves faster. 3rd, 4th, 5th. 20 files in 30 seconds. Every scan, nothing. Her pace quickens. Something shifts. Both eyes converge forward, deliberately, consciously. Both on Penny's files. For the first time in this episode, she is looking at something with both eyes at once. Every baseline cross-reference to correct species norms. Every notation accurate, every chart formatted to current protocol. A pause. You've been checking twice. I check until I'm sure. That's not required. She closes the scanner, a small, clean click, first time since she entered the building. She walks to the door. She stops without turning. 0 violations. First in my career. She leaves. Penny looks at the closed door. Her grip on the file does not change. She goes back to work. Late afternoon. Elspeth's office. Iris sits opposite the chief. Scanner closed. Full report in hand. Final count. 847 violations across 23 departments. A beat. Better than last time. You had 1,203 in 2019. Elspeth, immediately. The 4th floor taps. We fixed them. I know. A pause. The records room? 0 violations. Elspeth does not change her expression. Then, that's the first time. Elspeth opens her desk drawer and produces a small folder, placing it in front of Iris without comment. Iris already knows what's in it. A reef appointment request, 3rd time this year. I'll review it. You said that last time. Iris leaves. Elspeth looks at the closed door for 1 beat, then returns to her papers. Evening. The canteen, nearly empty. One cup of tea on a center table, full, going cold. Iris enters, sits across from it, picks it up, puts it down. She opens her report. She reads. She does not drink the tea. She stands. She takes the report. She leaves. The cup stays untouched. Marco appears from the service corridor. He sees it. He picks it up and moves it to the exact center of the table, more deliberately centered than it was. He doesn't drink it either. He just wanted it to be in the right place. Marco's office. Night. Desk lamp on. He is fixing the 2 violations he missed during the inspection. The filing cabinet label. He replaces it and checks its alignment twice. The socket cover behind his desk. He screws it on properly and checks that too. He opens his diary, the same diary from episode 2. He writes, 847 violations, 845 systemic, 2 preventable. A pause. He writes below, both were mine. He closes the diary. He opens his laptop. He begins tomorrow's preparation. Crow's office. Night. 1 small desk lamp, a corkboard on the wall, 4 items on it. Contents not readable at this distance. He reaches into his pocket and produces the folded maintenance notice he found in the bin. He unfolds it. He reads it. He pins it to the corkboard as the 5th item. He steps back and looks at the board. He turns off the lamp. The corkboard disappears into darkness.